Hey El Paso, welcome to Living in El Paso, Texas. My name is John Peña, and in this episode, we're just going to do a quick and dirty kind of real estate market update for you. So, these are numbers from last month, January of 2022. So, let's start off with the median sales price of a home in El Paso. It has gone up about 18% year over year. So currently, the median sales price of a home in El Paso, Texas is $217,750. I remember not too long ago when I was talking to relocating buyers, and I would say, hey, you know, the average home is around $200,000. Now I'm going to have to say, well, the average home is around $217,000 up to $220,000. It should surprise no one that our prices have increased. We all know that homes are appreciating quickly. We all know that because of high buyer demand and low inventory, homes are selling for more. So that should really surprise nobody. So one of the things that also should surprise nobody is our active inventory. So a home is active, that's an official status on the MLS. Active means that this home is for sale, it's not yet under contract, and it's up for the taking. Last month, we had about 1,008 active listings. Now, this is down 44% from last year. So last year, there was considerably more inventory. Why? I mean, there's obviously a lot of reasons. I suspect that one reason is that homeowners are well aware of the fact that, yeah, they could sell their home for top dollar right now, but then what, right? You have to go and buy another home, and now you're the buyer who has to pay top dollar for the home. And so I suspect that some people realize that. I suspect that other homeowners are also know that, hey, prices are going up. Now our home is worth, this much more money than when we bought it. You have all of this kind of increased equity in your home. So in essence, you made an investment when you purchased your home, and now that investment is appreciating at a much more rapid rate. So you're in a better financial place, and why not sit on it, hold on it, and let that asset keep appreciating. So median sold price per square foot. Listing price per square foot is a fantastic way to kind of get an idea about how a home is valued. And it's very simple math. You basically take the asking price, let's say that somebody is trying to sell their home for $200,000, and you divide $200,000 by the square footage of the home. Let's keep it simple. Let's say it's a 2,000 square foot home. You get 100, that would be $100 per square foot. Right now, the median listing price per square foot in El Paso is $129. So anything that's priced under that, especially when you start to get under 100, these are going to be homes that are going to need some work. They might not be in great condition. Once you get into higher numbers like 150 to 200 a square foot, well, now you're starting to look at either new construction or really nice homes, fancy dancy kitchens and bathrooms, maybe great views, a swimming pool, something that justifies that added value. So again, a year or so ago, it was like, yeah, the average listing price is $120 a square foot. Now, at this time, we're almost to $130 a square foot. So again, this bodes well for homeowners because your asset, your home, is appreciating in value and it's going to sell for more. This does not bode so well for buyers who are looking to purchase those homes. And then just maybe one other thing of note here. Homes are selling very quickly. So the median days on market is about 10 days, meaning that, once a home goes on the market, within about 10 days on average, the home is sold. It's already under contract. So again, this is great for sellers who want to sell their home quickly, not so great for buyers who are trying to buy that home because they know that it's going to sell in a relatively short amount of time, and unfortunately they're competing with other buyers, and that's also then kind of what's driving up the prices. So those are really the most interesting numbers. New listings last month, 882. Honestly, that really wasn't a big change. That was like a 0.1% change over last year. But everybody's like, well, hey, if the same number of homes came on the market, new listings is something that a brand new home pops on the market, whether it's new or resale, if that number didn't change much from year over year, well then why is it that we're saying there's so much low inventory? It's because the same number of homes are coming up, it's just that they're selling so quickly, it creates this perception that for the buyer who's actively engaged in the market, there isn't any inventory. And it feels like that because as soon as a home comes up, within 5 to 10 days, it's sold, and so then it's off. And so it's a tricky business if you're a buyer, and if you're a seller, you know, it's not so tricky. So that's the real estate market in El Paso right now. One other thing that we've been talking a little bit about, you can check out these other videos that we have that speak to these directly, but remember, interest rates are rising, and so that's going to change the dynamic on all of this, because it's going to start to put downward pressure on that demand, because as interest rates go up, buyers tend to qualify for less money. A really simple way to think about it is for every 1% increase in an interest rate, let's say that you get a mortgage interest rate of 3%, but by the end of this year, we know it's gonna go to 4%. We're already seeing 4% in some closings. There's speculation that it could go up to 5%, right? But let's say that an interest rate changes from 3% to 4%, so you have a 1% increase. That decreases a buyer's purchasing power by about 10%. So, you know, for the buyer who is pre-qualified for a $200,000 home at a 3% interest rate, once that interest rate goes up to 4%, well now they're gonna have to cut off 10% of that. So now they're only qualified to buy a home for $180,000. That's their max. And so that pressure is going to put, like I said, downward pressure on demand. And so it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. And speaking of how things play out, we want to be your resource for all things real estate. We are always trying to lead with value. We are trying to establish ourselves as a cut above. You know, our motto is above and beyond. We take that very, very seriously in our quest to deliver the absolute best quality, service, and care for you. So thank you so much for your attention. If you need anything whatsoever, please consider reaching out, and we'll see you next time.